everyone, welcome to another episode of Inspire Africa. I'm Barbara Lundu. Coming up, planting trees to tackle the climate crisis. This is a brainwave Ugandan Joseph Masembe had. Through his NGO, he encourages children to act for the environment. More than 250,000 trees have been planted thanks to his initiative. Online shopping is getting more and more popular in Senegal. Products from all over the world are available at a single click. Entrepreneurs identified the opportunity and are developing delivery companies. And then we'll introduce you to Gabonese director Samantha Biffot. Through her films and TV series, she wants to present a different image of the African continent. Her work has earned her an award at the FESPACO, the Pan-African Film and TV Festival of Ouagadougou. It's been almost 10 years since Joseph Masembe started an NGO to sensitize the Ugandan youth to climate change issues and encourage them to take action. It's all about having one child plant at least one fruit tree. His initiative bore fruit. More than 250,000 trees have been planted across the country.
Marie Kadaya planted this tree as part of the Little Hands Go Green project back in 2016. She's influenced by the idea that they are protecting our home, planet Earth. The 18-year-old is among the army of young tree tenders who are pushing for green policies. With the COP27, Marie hopes the varying circumstances can be considered.
They're not just anyone who came from another planet, they're people in their society. So these are ideas coming from them. And the fact that they're their people, they should be taking up these ideas because no one knows what they need better than the people themselves.
As the tree continues to grow, so is the attention to the impacts of climate change, which are accelerated by human activities. This is why conservationists around the country are ramping up the energy to grow forests. Joseph Masembe is the founder of Little Hands Go Green, which aims to have all children grow a fruit tree, but existing problems mean it's time to get more creative.
I walked into communities with the mission of planting fruit trees with children. And then you find that their mission is bigger, their problems are bigger than just a fruit tree. They don't have access to water. They don't have access to hygiene, clean energy. They don't have access to medical supplies. So the problems are bigger. So in as much as you're going to sing a gospel of environmental conservation, they're thinking about, can our children live to see their 5th birthday?
They are shifting negotiations away from just finance to mindset change.
African countries have only contributed about 4% to the global emissions, and yet we are the ones having great impacts of climate change. We have a lot of drought, we have a lot of famine, we have children falling sick, all because of the effects of climate change. So a successful COP27 is seeing implemented decisions or outcomes and promises made.
It's an appeal for the global south that needs to build resilience against climate change and sustainability.
Thanks to e-commerce, whether you are in Brazzaville, Abidjan or even Nairobi, products that are not available in your country are just one click away. In Senegal, for example, online shopping is booming. Entrepreneurs seized this opportunity to start delivery companies.
Time is running out for Omar Yalo. In his office in Dakar, this businessman is finalizing the details of an important order: computer equipment purchased in France over the internet. On the other hand of the phone is a manager of the delivery company. We meet him here in his office. Alion Beng is one of the bosses of Ultama, a startup specialized in international logistics. We saw the difficulties people had in getting their packages delivered safely with real-time tracking. The idea of Ultama was to make this shipping process more fluid and connected. That is to allow someone in Africa to go to a website from their smartphone, make a purchase and track it all the way home. Ultama was born in this context and also the policy of democratizing e-commerce in Senegal, meaning giving access to Senegalese consumers to the global e-commerce market. This initiative has been a winning bet. According to projections, the company, which started in 2016, is expected to achieve a turnover of 400 million CFA francs this year. Quite an achievement. With the ease of access to the international market it offers, e-commerce is a good opportunity for local businesses. We find that there are many advantages: speed and peace of mind. Also, the respect of deadlines, which is important because if you have a project and you don't respect delivery deadlines, you can lose a customer. More and more consumers are opting for e-commerce. According to a study, Senegal has more than 8 million internet users. That could disrupt the market. Compared to 5 years ago, we can say that the business climate favors it a lot. The democratization of the internet and the use of smartphones are things that have greatly favored the development of e-commerce. Because even the woman next door sells her items via WhatsApp, Facebook, or even on TikTok, and people pay by mobile money. These new habits literally change the codes of the Senegalese market, but the main problem is the lack of official data to measure the real impact of e-commerce in the country's economy.
Mermaid Mami Water is a famous Pan-African legend. It's also the theme of a series created by Gabonese director Samantha Biffot. The series earned her a prize at the FESPACO, the Pan-African Film and TV Festival. Take a look.
Ça fait longtemps, 15 ans.
Où est Paouaoré?
C'est very vite.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé il y a 15 ans?
Through her films and TV series, Samantha Biffot aims to tell African stories from a different perspective. Hello, Samantha. What motivated you to work on the myth of Mami Water?
I'm a huge horror movie fan, and Mami Water scared me since I was a little child. So when I wanted to make an African series and someone talked to me about myths and legends, of course I thought about Mami Water. It's also a way of exercising my fears, and that allowed me to understand her differently. Because while I was doing some research and seeing different views on the question, I realized that what I thought about her is the result of colonial thought due to the arrival of Christianity and the missionaries who came to evangelize everyone. This thought has been passed down through the ages, and this series has allowed me to ask myself questions and to see Mami Water differently. I'm not saying I'm not afraid of her anymore, but I'm less terrified. And I understand that she's been demonized and that she's a deity that was worshipped by our ancestors.
Why is it important for you, as an African director, to tell African stories?
I'm passionate about stories from all over the world. I've made the observation that the stories of the African continent have hardly been told or have been badly told, because until now they've often been told by people from outside the continent. There are not enough African creators to tell the stories the way we want to. There are incredible stories, and it's a shame that so few of them are told, because I think we can amaze the world as much as American, Asian or French films can.
Your main characters are often women. Is it crucial to cast them for key roles in your works of fiction?
When I see the morals and values that society instills in young women, I'm appalled, because I find that everything is done to push girls into venality and lust. Women are not really noticed, I think, for the right reasons. It's often done through seduction, through beauty, through the body, and when I write for female characters, I fight to show women who work, who are independent, and who are intelligent.
And one last question. What do you wish to achieve on a professional and a human level?
I would love one day to do a historical movie about the Queen of Sheba. I would love it if little girls and little boys could see the story of the Queen of Sheba in her African kingdom. On a human level, what I'm doing is to include many more women in the profession. It's a little harder, though, on the continent because there's also age, the right of eldership. When old men have young women as their supervisors, I can tell you that these women have to fight to be respected. Thus, I do everything I can to have women in positions of responsibility in my teams, whether it's in production, directing, or technical jobs.
Thank you, Samantha Biffot. I wish you all the best in your career.
Thank you so much.
It's almost the end of this episode. I hope the African initiatives represented you have inspired you. I leave you with images from Africa's most popular fashion week. The Lagos Fashion Week took place a few days ago in Nigeria. Whether in Dakar, Accra or Johannesburg, these fashion events give international visibility to African designers. I'll let you enjoy their talent and creativity. See you soon.